I think our biggest factor for this group of guys is they're playing together. I think they're doing a really good job as playing as a team, and I think, regardless, I don't think it matters. I mean, obviously talent has a little bit in to do with it, but I think if you can get guys to play together, they can overcome a lot. And this group of guys, I think, they're doing a good job of playing together, and I think that's the most important thing.
I feel like we've been passing the ball a lot more, and that's just what's been helping us. I mean, last year we had the same individuals. It was just more of an individual team. This year we're passing the ball more, and we're getting more looks, open looks. We're getting guys the ball.
I think they're a pretty loose group of guys. I think we're you gotta work some fun into this. Otherwise, the guys might think it's a little too much. It might be like work. So, they're a good bunch of guys. They like to have some fun, and they know when to reel it in when they have to, and when they can kind of goof a little bit. So.
Biggest surprise this year is probably the guys coming up from JV last year who haven't exactly had as much experience as some other guys. We've been able to mesh really well together. We've been playing as a team well, and just the way we've been getting along, it's been great.
I think, Sam Whitman has added a great scoring. I think he's around 10 points a game, which is really helping. He's shooting well from the three-point line. Cap has had some games for us where helped. Sherpke, Kyle Finger. So, we've had a number of guys who have stepped up and made some plays. And I think, it's regardless of who the leading scorers are, it's the guys who maybe are not so, the high profile. I think they make a huge difference in whether or not you win or lose in many games.
I think we lost probably 8 games last year by 5 or 6 points or less, and we're getting to the point this year where we're finally closing those games out and able to get over that hump. Our expectations have always been to win, and we may not have met that goal in the past, but we're meeting it now, and the work that we've put in has really showed off.
Going into the season, I originally just wanted to, my goal for the season was actually to get a regional plaque, but now I actually do think that we can go farther than that, make it a step into sectionals. I mean, who knows what could happen.
Yeah, we're not thinking about any of that. Rankings, individual stats, our record, honestly, none of it really matters. We just take it one game at a time.
Ever since I started coaching, we always talked about wanting to play our best basketball come regional time. And we talked about it this year. I said, I don't know what's going to happen for wins. I'm not going to limit to us where we need to win this many games or do this or do that. But I said what we want to do and what we want to focus on is to make sure that when it comes into the year, that we're playing our best basketball. As long as we're playing our best basketball at the end of the year, I think that's all we can really ask for. As I told the guys, I said, usually we're the ones that could walk into a gym and go under the radar and kind of be maybe sneak one out. Now, unfortunately, and I don't know if it's unfortunately or fortunately, but now we sort of have the targets that we're not sneaking right now anymore. So there's no more element of surprise when we go and we play somebody.
For us, we know the bullseye's on our back, but we don't like to have that mentality. We always like to have the underdog mentality and know that we can go out in any game and win it.